Can we all finally collectively agree that we do jobs for money?
Why, yes, we can, in fact. In fact, let's go even one step further and say that we don't just work for the money itself, in and of itself. We work for the result that it brings us. So when the money doesn't really buy anything anymore, as we're seeing now because the dollar has become a worthless currency, we can also say that, well, yeah, then people tend to work less and less and less. This was a Soviet thing, actually, if you go back into the history of the Soviet Union, which is deliberately not taught to people. But there was a saying called, we pretend to work and they pretend to pay us. It was because the money really wasn't worth anything. So when we look at this from where we stand now, yeah, we all show up and we do these jobs that we don't like for people that we don't want to be around, with people that we don't really care about, to live a lifestyle we don't really want. We do that because we're being paid to do so. When they stop paying us, people tend to stop doing those jobs. That's kind of how this works. Well, carry that through to its logical conclusion when you see that the dollars you're being paid don't buy anything anymore. Every day there's a video on TikTok about shrinkflation, about, they're making apparently the burger patties at McDonald's are now thinner than the pickles. I didn't think you could make that happen, but yeah, there we go. Clearly the solution is to cut the pickles thinner, right? So this is where things have gone. And yeah, you're right. People do work for money. And a lot of companies haven't really figured this out, largely because of, unfortunately, universities that a lot of these executives came from, didn't really focus on the business aspect of what they were doing. They just focused on more of like how much money they were going to make themselves and what kind of exotic vacations they were going to go on. They didn't really realize that you actually had to run a business, the way that like us business owners out here in the real world have to do.